within my relationships. I now choose to seek and allow greater harmony in my home, in my friendships, and relationships. I now seek and allow greater harmony within my home, within my family, within my friendships. On the chest, I now seek and allow greater harmony within my home, within my family, within my relationships. The abdomen, I now seek and allow greater harmony in my home, in my family, my relationships. That one felt nice for me. There's many ways that you could do this. There's so much you can do with tapping. And again, working on specific topics would be the most shifting and useful. But again, when we tap into ourselves and tap into our divine nature and our divine energy, there's always a solution, or a solution will be brought to us. And one of my favorite things to ask is to, angels, guides, and spirits, please put it in my hands. I used to say, angels, guides, and spirits, please help me to find it, but that's a lot more work and a lot more energy. And if you want to have a harmonious and free-flowing, wonderful relationship with the universe, just make statements of what you like and let the universe be creative in bringing it to you. There's nothing you can't be, do, or have. There's nothing you can't ask for. There's nothing you can't achieve. If you line up within yourself, find that harmony within yourself so that you can move forward. If something is blocking us, or that we have a thought, a word, a habit, a belief that doesn't let us get there and feel like, yes, I can have that which I asked for. Yes, I want that. Yes, I can, move towards that, then it's not going to happen. And can't really blame people outside of ourselves. The lifelong adventure to seek that harmony within ourselves and within our beliefs and our thoughts and our words that helps us to move forward in this life and be there for ourselves and for each other. Does anybody have any questions on anything? Thought I saw a question, but somebody answered it already. Oh. Okay. Was there a question before? I can't see. I had to change from my computer to the phone, so I cannot see if there were any questions or comments on the.
I saw one comment from Kisitua. He asked, I'm not sure if, I think it was for you. What if we stop deciding what is and is not harmony?
What is and what is not harmony? What if we stop deciding? Yeah, we can do that. Because again, harmony isn't, it doesn't seem to me that this is a word that we're in tune with. We don't tend to use this word a lot. So we don't have to decide what is harmony and what is not. Because this is our word of today's presentation, I wanted to incorporate that into a little bit into ways that we can work with that. But really, I like to say lining up with ourselves. I like to help people to line up with what they say they want. And in doing that, to be honest, it is very similar to coming in harmony with your beliefs. We don't have to say what is harmony and what is not harmony, but if we want to move forward or take 2 steps forward, but we don't believe we can, or that we should, or that we're allowed to, then we're not going to do it. So we don't have to, define anything, but it's more of a feeling. And lining up with what you say you want is going to get you moving in that direction, or what you desire, what you want to bring to the world. And yeah, defining things, words are so limited. We're trying to describe ways to deal with the feeling and the energy that we feel flowing to us and through us, and sharing this space together. And everyone has been so wonderful. And I want to reiterate, the world is full of infinite possibilities. If you don't like calling something something, call it something else until it's something that makes you happy. And just don't be attached to other people, you know, wanting to be on your bandwagon. And just enjoy being you, and the God energy flowing through you, or the universal energy animating you, doing your own thing. You know, we don't have to seek other people's approval, and that's something that really gets us in a not feeling within harmony with ourselves, not feeling like someone approves of us or who we are, what we're doing. That can feel very disharmonious. And so we really just want to find ways of lining up with ourselves. And when we do that, we shine a brighter light in the universe and in the human collective. And so we're all sharing these wonderful ways of how we can create that harmony within ourselves, which doesn't always feel like it's something we can do. But again, yes, limited by definition. But if we can reconstruct that to mean lining up with what we say we want, no matter where, no matter who, no matter what is going on, I think that is what makes our light shine brighter. And so that, I think, is definitely a worthy place to spend some energy. Does anybody want to share what harmony means to them? Is that what you're asking?
We can do that after your session, Melysa.
I guess I would like to comment. I've come to believe that we're never out of harmony with ourselves. The difficulty is, I think, is I don't like the harmony I'm in. And so we call that disharmony. But I think, in fact, we're always a reflection of what we believe and what we're doing and what we're about all the time. I don't know how we can get out of escape doing that. And so the harmony is there, and the problem is we don't like it. And then we have to go back into, okay, what am I in harmony with that is creating this kind of irritability or unhappiness or depression or whatever it is, as opposed to, I guess I'm not clear. It's dualistic, and I have problems with dualistic notions. And I do think and believe personally that I'm always in harmony with myself, and sometimes that's just awful. And then it's up to me to figure out what's going on in here and in here to change that situation. Right. But it's not that I'm out of harmony. It's like I don't like the harmony I'm in.
Or what are the parts of me that are in harmony that I don't want to be in harmony right now?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but it's well, you know, we life gets our attention when we don't feel good, or when we are not feeling happy at the things we look at. But you know, I like the idea of, if we're not happy what we're looking at, then look at something else, you know, look at something that feels better. But when we are not, I agree with you about the duality, because we can go down rabbit holes and make ourselves nuts with some of that type of thinking. But yeah, there's parts of me that are in harmony right now, you know, like, why is that kid hanging out with that kid and that kid? This looks like trouble, you know. There's parts of me that's in harmony right now that I kind of want to tweak that a little bit, you know, or change up some of these relationships, these aspects of me are having with themselves. So yes, I agree with you. And there's a shift of energy, or make ourselves happy with the situation, or see the benefits in the situation. You know, it's a life journey.
Anyone else? I would love it, since we're talking about, you know, not so much what we think, but how we experience it. So
Right.
one of the things that Kisitwa says is that he experiences it as sometimes as nice. I mean, I'm using my words. You know, he enjoys it, and sometimes he doesn't. And I realize that for me, I experience harmony when I look at the garden and I see a tree and I see that some leaves are decaying and some leaves are fresh. And immediately the first thought is, oh, to have a tidy garden, you've got to cut the dead leaves. But actually, I don't want to, because the tree has its own way and own time to let the decaying leaves go and stop that place from getting injured, you know, from injuring the tree. So I feel that I personally feel in harmony if I look out and I'm satisfied with both. I'm okay with my gray hair. I'm okay with the black, and I'm okay with the white. You know, I would love it all to be white because then it looks nicer. But I'm fine as it is right now. So that's for me. That's when I feel okay. Now I am in harmony. When I'm okay with whatever is going on.
So what you're saying in some
Yeah.
form or fashion is that when I release judgment, I can come back into harmony with myself and with my environment.
Release judgment and release wanting to do anything about what I'm seeing. Maybe it's more, for me, it's more like acceptance. So yeah,
Yeah.
acceptance of
But
whatever there is.
but now you're good at turning yourself in those moments. You know, and I realized with myself early on in life that I must really love contrast in life. I go from this way to that way. So sometimes it's very interesting to me, the contrast. You know, 1 minute you're starving, the next minute you're too full. You know, 1 minute you're looking at the tree like, oh, look at those dead leaves, let me get rid of them. And the next minute you're like, oh, you know what? It's beautiful as it is. It's the cycle of life all at once, you know. And the acceptance, yes, absolutely. But the acceptance, you know, I like maybe even the word harmony more than acceptance, because acceptance feels like, oh, if I don't like it, I just gotta put up with it anyway. But that's just my own personal kind of slant on the definition. But I like that you can look at something and have a thought about it, but then switch your thought and go in the other direction and then feel okay about it. I mean, really, that's just such a skill that not a lot of people on the planet have, but I'm happy more and more people are learning. It's just an amazing skill to have if you're going to be alive in this universe. Thank you very much. Anyone else have any thoughts on what harmony does or does not mean to you?
How you experience it.
Or how you experience harmony? Does anyone go through the day and say, oh, I don't feel in harmony right now. I just but it's really an important thing. Like one thing I wanted to show you quick something else too. When we're not feeling in harmony with our mind and our energy, this sort of thing, one thing you can do with your body, because we are multidimensional beings of love and light, and there's so much we can do with this body, but they don't tell us everything. They can't possibly tell us everything. But one thing you can do, if you're not lining up, you know, your thoughts in your head and you're just a little confused and stuff, this is kind of like a little brain trick. Even sitting down, you can do it, but you can do it standing up. If you cross your body, the opposite elbow to the opposite knee, and then again, out the other side, left elbow to right knee, right elbow to left knee. If you just go like that a couple times, and then you go left elbow to left knee, right elbow to right knee, when we're feeling disharmony in our thinking process in our brain, the crossing helps us to kind of reconfigure our brain to kind of bring it into a more balanced state. And the same side will help to kind of like strengthen that side of the brain within itself. So by doing these little exercises, and you want to cross your legs or your arms across the center line of your body, these are energy exercises. And you can just do a couple, like 6 or 7, 8. And that's supposed to help to rebalance your brain. When we're feeling disharmony in our energy field, another little exercise you can do is you either want to start at the navel and sweep up to your bottom lip, then out to the side. You can do that a few times if you want to bring your energy up, if your energy is down. And conversely, if you have too much high energy or too much disruption or feeling too and the music stops playing, you can go in the other direction. Or if you want to sleep at night from your lips, you know, this is the meridian for the conception, and you just sweep down. But I want energy for tonight because it's happy autumn equinox, everybody. And so I want to bring my energy up, smooth it in an upward direction. As another way to bring harmony to the energy field. All right, so I hope there's a couple little tools in there, ideas or thoughts or concepts that might be of use to you in this moment or in a future moment. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Meenakshi, for this opportunity and for this time that we get to spend together under your guidance. Thank you so much. It's been beautiful.
Introduce Krista.
Thank you, Tanis. Let's see. Okay, now I have to.
Is it easy for you? Because I know you're on the phone.
Okay.
Or can
Yes,
someone who can read?
I have it here. Okay, so next up is Krista Miller. She is in the performing and healing arts throughout her life as a professional dancer, massage therapist, and yoga practitioner. She loves the connection of mind and body, creating healing experiences along with spirit guidance. Her website is UNAHUH and then healingarts.com. unahealingarts.com. Thank you so much, Krista, for being here and bringing your beautiful magic to the group.
Okay. Is everything okay? Am on here okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Melysa. Yes, it's Unahu Healing Arts. Unahu is heart in Cherokee. So, well, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this co-creation on this special day. My name is Krista, and I haven't been able to be here the whole day, but I'm really grateful for the moments that I have been in and out, and to hear you all and to feel the presence of each of your gifts and your energies here in this community, this sacred circle from around the globe, and just feel very blessed to be here with you, and to kind of help close us into this this day, all of the beautiful givings and receivings from today, all that you have been a part of. And since Betsy really took us up and out and about, I think for this yoga asana reset, we'll just kind of bring it back in with some gentle movements, creating again the harmony. Yoga traditionally meaning union. So when I think of my personal yoga practice, what happens when I come to my mat, or I just bring myself into the presence of yoga, it's all about harmony and balance for me. It's all about bringing balance between the light and the dark, and the masculine and the feminine, the sun and the moon, the above and the below, my mind, my body, my spirit, the inner and the outer, myself with my surroundings. So for me personally, that's how I feel. That's how I can bring harmony in, is to really honor both, everything that's happening at once, and then to come into a place of gratitude and centeredness, so that harmony can be happening even amidst the chaos. So I like to use my body as a tool to tap into that, as we have with other modalities. And then I just allow my breath and spirit to flow through as well. And then just observing the mind, how the mind wants to react, or be a part of, or maybe just disappear. So I'll invite you to do this with me today. And you can sit, or I'm using a stool. I thought that I would kind of, again, keep us not having to move around too much or move too much out of your way. So just be comfortable wherever you are. And we'll do some meditating, grounding, some movements, and just, again, kind of bringing all this beautiful work that you've done here today back to yourself, back in. And even though we're here individually doing this, we're also doing this collectively. So honoring this sacred space. Close your eyes, find that comfortable seat for you, and feel free to rest your hands anywhere you like, on your knees, your legs, your lap. Relax your shoulders, and again, just soften the eyes, bring yourself back in, and honoring all of this energy that is here with you through the tapping, through the mantra and the meditations and the lectures, the beautiful songs, the sound. So all that's resonating here within yourself. So allow yourself to feel that. To be at peace and harmony with all of that. And to honor this vessel that gets to receive and give back. And we'll notice our feet really connecting into the earth, or your hips, or whatever you have that's connecting you into the Great Mother. And we'll allow ourselves to go even deeper and to be held by her. Draw our cords or our center into her central core. Find that crystalline connection. And even to bring that connection up into our feet and into our legs and our hips. Everything that she's giving us, even through her cycles of destruction and creation, of renewal, rebirth, death. We just bring all that into our pelvis, into our belly, up into our heart, into our throats, and into our head, and all the way through the crown of the head, and allowing that energy to come through us and up into the great sky, and just bringing the energy of the sun of the moon, of the light, of the dark, of the cosmos. And just bringing that back from the heavens or the above, back through our head and our throat and our hearts and our belly and our hips and our legs and our feet, and back down into the crystalline core. So we honor this vessel where energy can flow and transmute, can illuminate. And as we feel our body here, we're just going to bring our hands. We're going to bring one of those hands to our belly and one of those hands to our heart. Either hand you feel most comfortable or related with. And from this space, we'll just bring in our breath a little more, maybe through that bottom hand and up into that top hand. So we'll breathe down through the lower belly and then up through the upper belly, the ribs and the heart. So just breathing in. And breathing out from the heart down, back through the belly. And just feel that slight expansion through your belly and your heart and your hands as you breathe in. Maybe a softening as you breathe out. Just feeling this connection to your body, even these energy centers, these chakras, the center, your lower chakras. Your roots, your heart. And as you keep that one hand on your heart, take the other hand to the very top of your head, and we'll just connect again our head and our heart, our brain, our heart brain, our upper chakras, and our central chakra. And try to feel your breath there, your heart and your head, creating a nice little channel there. Feeling your heartbeat. And that hand that's on your head, bring it to your heart as well. Now we have both hands here at our heart, just coming into this divine center, this universal heart consciousness, where we really can honor the light and the dark, and this equality, as we do here today. And everything is in right relation, exactly how it should be. And if you have a beautiful intention that you've been setting here through these practices or for this new cycle of the equinox, what are you harvesting? What are you creating? What are you breathing into your own existence? What are you breathing out into the world? What are all of these seeds that we are here planting together? What's the purpose? What are we co-creating just by being who we are, honoring our gifts? So we're going to celebrate all that with the sound of an Om. So you're welcome to join me or just listen in your noble silence, taking an inhale. And I'd like to do just one little mantra here, the Anusara invocation, to honor us as teachers, as light, as complete. So again, you can keep your hands at your heart. I'll do just one round, and if you know it, you can join in. Om Namah Shivaya. Murare Sachidananda Motaye Nishrapanchaya Shantaya Niranamaya Tejase. Let's take a breath. And then release your hands all the way down. Good. So let's bring our hands together and just interlace them, stretch up. Maybe since you've been sitting or slouching, if you've been really comfortable, move a little side to side. Try to get your side body going here. Good. And if you can bring your hands behind your head and just push your head back into your hands, push through your hips or your feet, lift your heart, expand through the heart. And good. Bring your head back. If possible, to bring your hands behind you, maybe interlace your fingers here, squeeze your shoulders back and puff your chest up, or do the best you can. Any other variation, just try to pull back the shoulders, lift up the heart. Bring the head back and release the arms back. Good. So for our shoulders, you're going to bring your fingertips to your shoulder tips and just make some nice bigger circles just to kind of open space and allow anything that needs to release. So this time is also about release, right? We're still releasing maybe some aspects of this past cycle of the summer, so we can enter here. New times, new energy, new creations. Do more. Beautiful. And just let your arms release down for a moment. So we have our head here on a nice axis. We're going to move our head from left to right. So left kind of represents the past and then right to the future. So we're going to clear a little bit here. So relax your arms anywhere you like and just let your head turn to the left and then to the right. If you want to breathe, you can breathe to the inhale to the left and exhale to the right. You're just clearing a pathway here. Couple more. And bring the head all the way back. Good. Bring your hands behind your head one more time. Just make a little pillow, lift your heart. We're going to work here on the back of the neck. So you're going to bring your elbows and your chin in. Just give it a little stretch. And then bring your chin up, your elbows out, your heart up. But again, just kind of bring it in. Maybe soften your heart. And open. Lift. Two more. Just kind of soften in. Stretch the back of the neck. Inhale, open up. And one more, soften in. Open up. And bring your head back. Bring your arms out to the side. So since we've kind of, maybe some of you have been doing, a lot here with your computer. Take your thumb inside, put your fingers over, make a little fist, circle your wrist. Get everything moving here through your wrist. One way and the other way. Good. And just stretch your arms out. Feel your fingers. So expand your wings here. Flip your palms up. Good. Now, just from here, you're going to take your arms out and up as you inhale. And then exhale your palms down. And do that again, kind of gathering here. Inhale out and up. Maybe connect your palms. Exhale out and down. Inhale out and up. Exhale out and down. Two more. So just like the sun, inhale, rise up. Exhale, release down. Last one, inhale, rise up. And release down. Now, anyway you're sitting, we're going to find a nice easy twist, again, to kind of get our back adjusted. So let's say you take your left hand, somewhere over your right knee or your right leg, and your right hand can come to the chair or the ground, and just kind of open to your right and take a few breaths here. Always honoring your body if you have any disc or back issues, just accommodate or, stay in stillness. And just take that twist to the other side. So not forcing, just allowing the roots to ground down and the upper body to turn and twist. Then coming back. And then a little more for our back. So sometimes we do cat-cow, on our hands and our knees. But again, just to keep it simple here, you can do cat-cow sitting, either in your cross-legged or in your chair. You can let your hands rest upon your knees. And it's just gently pushing your chest forward and maybe rounding your chest back, softening your heart. Pushing a little more, stretch your back, and maybe pull in, pull your belly in, pull your chest forward, and bring it back. And notice anything you feel on the right side, on the left side, in the center, in your upper body, in your lower body, in the center. Two more. And then just try to straighten everything up. Feel your spine nice and long. Feel like an energetic cord being pulled from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. So you're always supporting the structure, even with the fluidity, we still have a structure. We still have our masculine, we still have our feminine working together. So we're gonna stay like so. You're gonna bring your hands forward this time, almost like you're clapping together. Yeah, cool. You're gonna bring your hands forward, up, and out, right? And then you bring it back in. And you take that forward, up, and out. Good. Oh, I got stuck here. And you come back in. You go forward, almost like you're swimming. Up, We were talking about the waters. And then forward, up. And then one more time, creating movement forward, open, expand. Now we're going to bring it back to ourselves, out, together, back in. And again, out, up, together, back in. Feel what it means to come back into self. Gather, out, connect, come back in to self. Last one, out, gather, connect, bring it back to self. Good. Release your right hand down. Bring your left hand here. Keep your palm open. Relax your shoulders. See if you can take your thumb and just seal. You're going to seal your left nostril. You can keep this bottom hand down, or you can flip it up. We're just going to breathe in and out through the right. You can close your eyes. Just a soft seal here of your nostril. Breathe in and out through your right. Inhaling. Exhaling. We'll try to inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 See if you can take a breath in through your right nostril and just hold it for a moment. Inhale, hold. And when you're ready, let it go. Release that left hand and your shoulder. Bring up your right hand. Just keep your palm open. Take your right thumb to your right nostril. Soften your shoulders. We'll breathe through the left, in and out. Adding a count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Take a breath in through this left nostril. Hold it. And let it go. And release that hand down and just take a moment, close your eyes, practice breathing through both nostrils that you cleared a little more space. These nostrils also lead to the nadis. As we know, we have 72,000 nadis all coming together, interconnecting, going through our chakras, dancing, swimming, energizing, activating, creating this harmony again from within, if we allow it. If we continue to find these moments to connect, acknowledge, and balance ourselves. Still Honoring your right and your left side, the top of the head, the soles of your feet, everything in between, your belly, your heart, and your back. And then gently opening your eyes if they're not already. Okay, so this one you're gonna be careful if you have anything too close to you. And if you need to, find a good place to sit, if you're on a chair, you might have to come a little more forward. But again, just make this your own little playful movement. So I'm gonna take one hand to the heart. Say I take my right hand to the heart. I'm just gonna bring my left arm back. I'm gonna just do a little swinging here. One hand to the heart, the other one behind. That's why I said be careful if you have anyone or anything behind you. Gonna find that awareness, spatial awareness is good too. And we're just coming to the heart, opening the front of the shoulder, right and left. And just a couple more each side. And back to center. So I'm gonna stand and sit back down. You're welcome to join me, or you can just do your arm movements. If you just want to move your arms up and down, you can. If it feels more like you want to stretch up your legs and maybe go back down, careful with your seat. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale down. You don't even have to sit all the way down. If you just want to inhale, stretch your arms and your legs, maybe bend your knees and go back. Inhale up and down. Good. Inhale up and down. We'll do 3 more. Just stretching up towards the sky and back down and back up. And down, and one more time, up and down. Good. Now you can stay standing. I'm going to sit so you can see me a little better, but you're welcome to stay standing if your legs need that gravitational opening and pull. I'm going to take a big side stretch over to my right. So take your left arm up. If you want, you can even take your right hand and grab that wrist. Push through your feet, both feet. Maybe lean a little over to your right. Stretch and breathe. Opening up that rib cage. Always trying to create space within the body so we allow things to flow through us. Even now that the end of the summer is flowing through us into the autumn. And good, come all the way back, release. You can take that right arm up, maybe take your left hand and grab the wrist and just stretch over a little bit here. And then just bring it all the way back. Good. Now, I'm going to work a little bit with the rib cage. So I'm going to try to circle my rib cage. Again, this can be seated. You can do it standing. You can do it on your chair. So let's say we let our rib cage go over to the right first. So maybe it goes a little forward and to the left. And back in. So we're doing little circles, moving the ribs, and the right, and around. And just say thank you to your back for being here today. moving through anything you need in the spine and the ribs, the low back. And you get some little crackles, and then go the other way, maybe to the left, turn around. And just feel what it's like on this side. What are you stirring up? What are you releasing out? The spiral can go both ways. And again, we're just going to find that center. So we're going to find our center. You're going to bring your hands together. You're going to interlace all fingers except for your first and your thumb. So you're going to keep those out. We're going to bring our arms up overhead. Maybe squeeze our ears a little bit with our arms. Make yourself like a nice arrow or antenna. Push through your feet. And then I give the option here. If you want to just breathe nice and slow, you can. If you want to create a little fire, a little Agni, you can always pump your belly. If you know Kapalabhati breath, you just breathe out of your nose. And as you exhale, you pump your belly in. So it would just be some quicker breaths through the nose. So maybe take an inhale and then begin. So I'm just breathing out of my nose and letting my belly pump in as I exhale and release naturally. And then just kind of let it go when you're ready. Once you've let that breath go, that faster breath, you can take another breath in and just hold it for a moment. Inhale, hold your breath. Fill up. And then eventually we're going to exhale, release our arms, release our breath. And just come back to the center. Great, great, great. So I'd love for us to work a little bit on the hips and the legs. Okay, good. I'm trying to see if anyone's commenting. Okay, so let's say I have my left leg is going to stay down. And you can hold, again, your chair. Or if you're standing, you might even hold a wall. And I just got to bring that right knee up, and maybe I give it a few little circles. Again, if you're sitting too far back in the chair, you might need to scoot your hips, sits bones up a little closer. And maybe you can do it the other way around. And for me, yoga can be very simple. I think sometimes it's just being intentional, what we're moving, how we're moving, why we're moving it, why we're trying to get through each part of the body to create that even flow. Okay, put that leg down, bring the other knee up and maybe around, circle. So it doesn't have to be fancy. For me, I get just as much out of sitting than I do flying or like a pretzel. So here this is good. Just honoring where we are right now, what's most beneficial to us here. Other way, if you haven't already. And just take it down. Take it down for a moment. Bring your hands back to your thighs Let your chest go forward and back. Again, just release here, opening up through the front and the back, the right hip, the left hip. Two more. And then we'll try a little balance. So see if you can keep your left foot down. If you want to take your right knee and hug it in here, you can hug it in. Maybe circle that foot and that ankle. Feels nice. Flexibility in the joints. Make sure you circle both ways. If you're feeling like you need more balance, you can always stretch your arms up and test yourself here. Use a little bit of that core. I think Betsy warmed it up enough so you can feel that out. And maybe hold it and let it go. Bring in your other one, maybe bring in that left knee, hug it in. You can circle that foot and that ankle. You want to find balance, stretch it up, pull the navel in, soften your face. Good, and release. So if you're standing, you become a little bit wider. If you're sitting, just open up your knees a little bit. Right, so we can open up our knees. We're just creating space in the inner thighs. You can always come down to your elbows if you want to come a little more forward and stretch out your back. This can look different on each of you. Instead of having our legs together, we're just opening up the hips a little bit here. And if you feel comfortable and you want to stay upright and you want to add a little twist, maybe you can do it with your elbows or your hands, but maybe you twist a little bit, take your left shoulder forward and look over your right. Careful with your back. Yeah. So again, you can use your elbow, or just take your right shoulder forward, maybe look over your left. And again, come all the way back and stretch it up. I'm going to do one more side stretch in this position. If I take my right elbow down, bring my left arm up. And if you feel okay here, just take that arm and make some good yummy circles. So I'm going to go around. Just try to, again, keep the wings open and keep expanding your wings. And maybe go the other way. And then I always just like a nice side stretch to open up that side body one more time. Very important. And then that'll take us up and over to the other side. So if you bring that left elbow down and that right arm up, maybe just start to circle the arm around. And relax your neck. And give whatever needs to release permission. And bring it back to the earth, back to the soil. And circle the other way around. And just give it one more side stretch, up and over. And back to center. Great, great. So I'm going to turn my toes in here. Permission to give yourself a little forward fold. Some of you might just want to drop down here. Some of you might want to stretch your hips up or hold your legs and hug in a little here. So just find a nice forward fold for you, okay? It doesn't, again, you can always stay seated and just kind of drop over your legs, or you can stretch your legs and hold your feet. And we'll just take a few breaths, let the blood flow to the head, let the back and the hips open. Even if I don't practice yoga, I try to do this a few times a day because I don't like to be upright for too long. I like to get some blood flow to my head. And you're just finding your way back up or back to your seat or however you need here. Great. All right, let's do the hips a little more. So we're going to take the right. So I'm going to take, and this can be different on each of us. I'm going to try to make a figure 4 here seated. So let's say I take my right foot or my ankle over my knee. This is an option. If this is a lot on your hips and you want to just kind of cross a little bit here, cross-legged is good. Or if you want to make the figure 4, it's going to be a little more on the hip. You can stay upright. You can always lean a little into the leg. Or you can relax over the leg. So there's options. Careful with your hip and your back. You can just hold the foot and the ankle and breathe here. Or if you're crossed, maybe just release the head. Betsy also took us through all the chakras. So here we are in that sacral chakra around our hips and our emotions and our feelings and all the good stuff. All of those sacred waters. Using your breath to create space. One more breath. Back up. Take it down. Shake it out if you need. And we'll go right to the other side. You're going to bring that foot over. Maybe stay upright. This could be enough. Maybe you lean in a little bit. Maybe you need to cross and relax. Or figure 4, you can go however deep you need to, feeling that hip area, your back, breathing deep, don't hold your breath. Feel your body. And we come up nice and slowly, bringing that foot down. Maybe just taking and rubbing your knees, giving your knees some love. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get a little fancy. Just one time, we're gonna try to stretch our right leg. So let's say if you want, you can hold underneath the leg and you can just push that foot. Hopefully my feet aren't too dirty. I walk barefoot a lot. You can just push your foot away. You can stay like that. Or if you want more, you can lift your arms up. Or if you want more, you can try to twist. You might even grab your foot with your left hand and take your right arm back. Maybe like this. Okay, but play around, explore. And know that it's okay if you're just holding on for dear life, keeping that leg up, breathing through it. 2 more breaths. And let it go. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to bring up, maybe hold behind your thigh, bring up your knees, stretch your foot. You might stretch your arms, or if you want the twist, you're going to try to grab the outer foot. You're going to take the other arm back and twist. It's going to be a little bit on the IT band, so be careful. Or maybe you're here hanging out, lifting your heart, pushing your hips down, growing through the top of your head and breathing. And let it go and take it out. One more forward fold. And if you want, you just stretch your legs out a little bit. Maybe slide your hands down, relax your back. Don't fall off your chair. Or if you're standing, maybe you take one more forward fold. And we're going to bring our feet back. You're going to bring your arms back behind you. Bring your belly to your thighs. And just to kind of lift and lower a few more times to bring in some air, some wind. Take your arms down. Inhale your arms up to the top. Exhale, go back down. Get a little compression. Massage your belly. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Feel light and airy. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Just bring your arms up over your head and stretch up here. Good. And just start to bend your elbows. And eventually let your arms come all the way down. Rest your hands anywhere on your lap again. We're going to do some little neck circles. If this works for your neck, start with your chin down. We'll do half circles first. We'll do a little half circle to the right. And down, a little half circle to the left. And maybe you just continue that little half rotation unless your neck wants to go all the way back. Softly, keep your chin lifted and over to the other side and down. And just feel anything in your neck that you're releasing or bringing space to. Co-creating with yourself here. Co-creating this body with movement, with stillness. Now go the other direction if you haven't already. And eventually the head is going to come back up. You're going to bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your back. Now if you can just kind of bring the palm of the hand towards your back, so your sacral and your navel. And just acknowledge this space, the front and the back. Allowing yourself to feel supported, safe. And then expansive here. Connected. And the hand that's at your back is going to come to your belly as well. We're just going to practice more of that deeper abdominal breath. So down through your feet, you feel the energy back into the earth, and breathing your low belly out like a balloon as you breathe in, expand the lower abdomen. And just let it relax back in. Relax your shoulders and just do this lower abdominal breathing. Maybe through your nose or any way that feels right for you. Gonna let this take us into a little meditation just for a couple minutes, or a relaxation. If you feel like you want to just stay seated and relax your hands anywhere you like, or if you're in a comfortable space that you want to lie down, you can just relax for a few minutes here at the end, letting everything go. And even though you're letting go, you're receiving everything. Everything that was meant to stay here from this experience you gave yourself. And giving the rest back to the earth. She can make magic with that. So as you notice your body softening little by little, softening the bones, softening the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, all of your tissues. Softening your organs, all of the organs, all of the fluids, all of the energy. Softening your skin, softening your head and your eyelids, your forehead and your jaw. Softening your throat, your heart and shoulders. Your ribs and belly. Your hips and pelvis. Both arms and hands and fingertips. Both legs and knees, ankles, feet and toes. And now in your whole body, to surrender, be, to relax. Be open, to receive. Just staying relaxed and being in that void, as was mentioned before, allowing ourselves to be full and empty at the same time. As you keep your body nice and relaxed, so allowing yourself to receive from this beautiful day and experience you've given yourself, everything that brought you right here, right now, taking that breath in. Just giving you a couple minutes to find your way back to sit. I'll sing one more little mantra to seal us here. To remember our lights. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am living. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am living. I am So wherever you are, if you're back at your seat, bring your hands to your heart. We just come into our heart one more time, into this beautiful light and soul and body. Taking a breath together. Bowing our heads with so much love and gratitude for everything, for all the cycles, for all the light, for all the dark, for all the equality, all the duality, for everything that just reminds us to be human in spirit, in breath, in each moment. So with everything that you brought in here and everything that you're going to offer back from this place, we chant Om Shanti 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 to seal this practice and to bring this harmony, this peace to the world around us. So you can join me here, inhaling. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hands together, thumbs to your third eye, and as this divine light within me bows to that light within each of you, namaste. Thank you for allowing me to guide you, for moving together, for being a part of this practice, and hopefully you feel a little more open and ready for your night and a good rest. So thank you very much. If anyone has any questions, I didn't leave much time, but if there's anything, thank you. Yes. And I believe we're going into our closing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Krista. This was so beautiful.
Thank you.
I would love if everyone can say a word that they're feeling. If they can put it in the chat or if they can unmute themselves and say something. Then we'll start. We'll get into Gaia consciousness and then we will have a closing with Maria. If anyone's writing, let me see.
Just feeling lovely and wonderful, and I'm looking forward to doing that again.
Yes. It took us into a very beautiful, deep, silent space. So we can stay in this space for a while and just feel that we are a point of light. This is a story, and it is a story of us. It is a story of Gaia. And you can listen to it with eyes open or closed, with the eyes of the heart and the eyes of the soul are open always. And just feel that that point of light breaks into, scatters into particles and goes all over the universe. It creates the universe. And it sees a body. It is a body that it has created itself. And it comes into that body and forms countless, infinite number of particles. Each of them carries the information of the original one. Each of them has everything that it needs. It is complete. It is not seeking anything. It has no purpose, just the purpose of being. And feel each of these points of light finding a body. And this body is made of very, very minuscule, tiny beings. The beings don't seem to have any consciousness. They don't have individuality. But together, they form a mandala. Together they form. And the particles of light begin to occupy this form that has unified consciousness. And so the light has entered into something which is more material than itself. And now feel that it has become many different life forms: human, animal, plant. It is the same original light. It has the same information. But as it goes into different forms, it develops different levels of consciousness. And so a human consciousness is formed. The human consciousness is occupying a space which is made up of many different beings, those beings of unified consciousness, which don't really seem to have an awareness. But this human body is made up of more of them than of human cells. So the light occupied the material. And so the human cells are occupying all these tiny little beings and begins to call them parasites, and begins to call them as if they are inside the human body. But it is actually the human consciousness which has occupied them. And when they are in harmony, this body is active, it is vibrant, it is alive, it moves, it feeds, it sleeps. And it is so functional that the human cells begin to look at it as itself. And each of them becomes an individual. Each of them has a name. But the particles of light, their unified consciousness continues. It does not stop. It has reigned over planets. It has reigned over solar systems, galaxies. The same particle of light, the same point of light is in all of them. And slowly, as the humans begin to evolve, begin to wake up, begin to realize where they have come from, they begin to see this oneness, and they begin to give it names. From the oneness of the individual self, which is made up of millions of particles of human and non-human beings. The human now realizes its oneness with family, with communities, with nations, with continents, with the planet, with the solar system, the galaxy. But when it reaches that level, it has lost its individuality. There is no more the I. There is only the one, the I am. The beauty of this evolution is that consciousness doesn't close the earlier levels of unconsciousness. All layers of awareness coexist. And so, just like light refracted from a pyramid becomes a rainbow, in the same way, consciousness can go into any form. It can go to sleep and feel the individual unique and separate from everything else, or it can feel all the different layers of itself. This can cause imbalance, disharmony. This can cause refraction. And it is only when the human, through great effort, begins to seek harmony, begins to seek understanding, acceptance of all the layers of itself, all the emotions, all the feelings, the vibrations, the relationships, all the experiences that we have. Only then does the human realize that oneness again. Only then does the harmony arise. And so what of Gaia? Who is Gaia? Is Gaia the one that has created all the worlds? The one as a goddess who made the sky and the earth? Is she the one who goes into all the planetary beings and infuses them with light, with life, with vibration and consciousness? How can we know that? When we reach those still silent spaces that we have entered today. We have emerged from the void. We have danced softly and vibrantly. We have sung and moved. We have sat still. We have shown our faces and not. We have spoken and been silent. And everything that we have done here, all of this as being the beingness, which is Gaia. Just for a little while, let us feel that gratitude that we started with in the morning. That gratitude of the one self, when we close our hands together, when they are joined together. We feel so complete. The whole physical body seems to be aligned, centered. And when it starts radiating out, we begin to feel the expansion. Where do we go with this expansion? Where are we? We are then in the heart of Gaia. For Gaia's heart is beyond a planet, is beyond the solar system, is beyond a galaxy. The heart of the one that we call Gaia is unbounded. It is pure consciousness. And just for a while, when we are here, just feeling love, just feeling gratitude, just feeling being. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Can you feel the boundaries dissolving of your physical body? Can you hear the sounds of the heart? Can you hear, can you feel the little beings that live in the gut? They are in their own universe. They are in their home. Are they aware of the body? Are they aware of the person in whose body they live? Are they aware that the person may be trying to get rid of them? Are they aware that it is because of them that health and healing and wholeness of the physical body can be? They are not even aware, are they, of what they are doing? And who are we on our planetary home? Who are we on Pachamama? Are we like the parasites that injure her, or the ones that allow her to be healthy? The ones that tend to her and increase the value of her soils, her waters, her air. It is a choice that we make. It is a choice that each of us can make right now. How are we going to live in our planetary home? And the moment we make the choice, all the elements within us start sending out those vibrations to the element of the earth. The waters within to the waters without. The earth, the space, the air, the fire, everything that is within us in all our glands and our organs. All of them, they have a direct connection to the earth. All the ones who gave us birth, our ancestors, their bodies are in earth. And in that, they are eternal. For matter can change its form, but can never be destroyed. It just changes into another form of eternity, energy. It's eternal and infinite. In this infinity, in this eternity, in this feeling, is this acceptance? Is this love? Is this harmony? Let us make another choice today of looking for those still, silent, soft voices of beauty, of love, of gratitude, of harmony, of joy and happiness, which are all around us. Can we make a choice not to be hindered in our progress by feeling that it is the loud voices which are more important than the soft voices? What we have done today, just a few of us, can we see how it is affected even today, our physical, mental, emotional bodies? This has been nourishment for our soul. It has nourished our families. Begin to feel how it has nourished the room that we are in. All the things, the computers that we have used. For Gaia is not just what we consider living. It is everything that is sentient and that we consider insentient. For everything is from that one point of light and has the same consciousness the same information. And so perhaps this is love. Just knowing that there is no difference between what I see, hear, touch, taste, and feel, and me, that I consider myself. And so giving gratitude to everything and everyone, all the people who have been here with us today, and all of them whom I can see in front of me right now. I would just like us to say in our own languages, however we say it. I will say it in Hindi, Dhanyavad. Thank you. And if each of you, this has been my wish from the beginning, can just allow a word to appear, or a thought, or a feeling. And if you can share that, it would be so wonderful to see all of you. White Feather, do you want to share anything? So good to see you.
I just so appreciate you for bringing forth in such a timely manner. We needed this so much, what you brought forward. And I just want to thank you for your sweetness and your way of presenting that you do. It really touched my heart, and I appreciate you so much. Okay.
Thank you, White Feather. I know that Sunita and ADP 92, I'm really intrigued who's ADP 92. I wish that you all would also show yourself and speak, but I understand if you can't.
Thank you, Meenakshi, for this beautiful day and your always wise words. I love the way you express yourself, especially with these beautiful things that you say. Thank you.
Joy, do you want to say something?
Thank you, Meenakshi. I really appreciate it. It was, I didn't realize I was going to be doing a session of yoga. And I didn't realize that earlier today when I said, I really need to stretch more, that I would be stretching more.
Yes.
Thank you. It was very much needed and greatly appreciated. And everybody was just fabulous. So thank you for bringing all these wonderful people together.
Well, next time maybe you'll present something also.
Perhaps one of these days. Maybe next year.
Yeah, the yoga was amazing, Krista, because this morning I was just looking at chair yoga and there you were doing it. It was so wonderful. I couldn't
Yes.
do everything, of course, but
Thank
yeah.
you.
So I think if anyone wants to share, that's great. Otherwise, I will introduce our friend, if I can just pull that up very, very fast. I seem to have moved away from it. Okay, good. I would like to once again speak of Maria Milagros Kowalski, who opened this space for us today, and now she's going to close it. She's a priestess, a shamanic healer, and a messenger of the divine feminine, and a teacher. She serves as a guide to accompany women in their rebirth through her online programs, her mentorship, and spiritual pilgrimages. I know that I have attended so many ceremonies with Maria, and she opens so many different doors for us, so many energies, and brings such a beautiful consciousness alive. You have really inspired me in so many ways. Her website is mariamilagros.soy. So Maria, will you close the space for us?
Thank you, Meenakshi, and thank you, family. What a beautiful day that we have shared together. What a beautiful opportunity to just stop and nourish ourselves and share our gifts. I really want to thank each and every one of you and myself for creating this beautiful circle. I want to thank Meenakshi for having the vision and the persistence to keep us in the vision. I'm deeply grateful and I feel very nourished. I feel all this love that we are, pure love that we are. And so I really want to acknowledge each and every one of you for your gifts, for your talents, for your offerings, for creating this bundle of love, this despacho. We did it like a despacho ceremony today. And it was each of our offerings, each of our interventions is like an offering as we set the table to serve this table to Mother Earth. The serenade of the songs, and that's exactly what makes her so happy, that we also give back to her. And what we did today is a beautiful way to give back to Pachamama, to put her at the center of our celebration and to share our beautiful hearts. What a beautiful tapestry, so diverse, and at the same time, so much oneness. How many colors, human colors, hue, as we have all the different colors of Pachamama. From her minerals, her flowers, her fruits, her animals, her feathers of all different colors and shapes. And each one of us just really offering our hearts, our intention, our prayer, giving us the nourishment that we needed to recharge, to release, to reconnect, and to share these with the whole world. Each one of us, let's connect through our hearts. As we close this sacred space, as we close this sacred circle, the most important prayer is that feels just genuine for you right now. You can hum if that's what you feel. You can dance if that's what you feel. Whatever really feels genuine for you at this moment. I'm going to use the rattle, and I just want to make sure it sounds. Can you hear it? Yes? Okay. To the wings of the east, where the sun rises every morning. Thank you so much for being here with us today, for making this a healing space. We thank the spirit of the eagle and the condor, bridging science and spirituality. lending us your wings so we can gain perspective for our lives. Thank you so much for your presence, for taking us high, 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 up into the sky, for bringing us the messages of Great Spirit from high above. We welcome our inner child who is here with so much wonderment and ingenuity, spontaneity, purity. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Until we meet again. To the winds of the south, Sachamama, Mother Serpent, thank you so much for your presence today, for bringing us your medicine of the earth, for helping us shed our skin and renew ourselves through so many different ways. We became aware through meditation, through our sharings, through tapping, through yoga, through breath. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sachamama. May all that we stripped away today, may it be compost for all of our lives, for our deepest yearnings. Thank you so much for making this a healing space. Thank you to our inner teenager for being present. Aho! To the winds of the west, Jaguar, Otorongo, Puma, Panther, thank you so much for being here with us, guarding this space, protecting this medicine space. Thank you for giving us the courage to show up, to share from our vulnerability, to share our hearts, our intentions. Thank you, Jaguar, for your potent medicine, grace and integrity. Thank you for giving us the courage to be who we are, to share from our life experience. Thank you, Jaguar. Until we meet again, and say goodbye to our wife, to our adult man and woman. To the winds of the north, Hummingbird, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for taking us on this epic journey today across all time and space, and all the different dimensions that each and every one of us exists. Thank you for elevating the frequency of our hearts. Thank you for so much sweetness and beauty and colors. Thank you for the inspiration that each and every one of us share today. Thank you for this medicine that will be with us throughout this season. We welcome and thank all that wisdom that came from the elders, that inner elder that we all have, that we have cultivated through our walk in this life and many lifetimes, and that of our ancestors. We thank the spirits of the mountains, sacred mountains that were here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We thank our inner wise men and women. Aho. Pachamamita, Madre Tierra, Mother Earth, Gaia, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for holding all of us today in your womb of love. Thank you for being our inspiration, Mother Earth. Thank you for sending us that invitation to get to know you, to get to observe you and learn from you. Thank you for being such a beautiful teacher, such an abundant mother. Thank you for teaching us your deepest joy, which is for us to share your bounty. Thank you for receiving our gifts, that we created this bundle, this tapestry of love and songs and dance and sweat and tears and laughter. Thank you, Pachamama, for this season of abundance here in the Northern Hemisphere. Thank you for this season of life sprouting in the Southern Hemisphere. Thank you, Pachamama, for all the Native and First Nations of this world. Thank you for all the wisdom keepers who have shared their wisdom against all odds Thank you so much, Pachamamita, for your beauty, for holding us, for your strength, and teach us, please, how we can continue to live and commit ourselves to being an elder and walking as an elder for all the future 7 generations to come. Aho! To the great beauty, to the great spirit, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you so much for your presence as we felt your love cradling us like a soft blanket. We felt that love of all the light beings, angelic beings, of our ancestors in the stars. Thank you so much for all the wisdom that was shared today, for the inspiration, for the turning of these seasons, for all that we have learned during the summer and during the winter, and all that is to come. We pray that you receive our prayers and keep them in the most beautiful sacred space. Continue to guide us, each and every one of us. Continue to shower us with your mercy, with your light, with your love. Continue to show us the way of our greatness so we can rise great and beautiful and bold to continue to defend life on this planet, to continue to create from our hearts. Thank you so, so much. Aho. And as we tap into our hearts and our wombs, we thank ourselves for committing to being here today. We thank our spirit in this bodysuit. We thank our bodies. We thank every single step that we have taken to be here today. And we take a deep breath in. And we let our breath out. And we take another deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to bless all of us with this breath and send this breath of life, to where you most feel inspired to share this breath with. It can be your home, your loved ones. It can be the stars. It can be your future self and your past self, your children. And share this breath of life. We thank the Spirit for allowing us to return to this earth and walk as responsible, conscious people to truly elevate this frequency of our beautiful mother. All that we have done is now offered in this bundle of love to the ethers so that it will journey and travel in this beautiful time capsule into eternity and may reach different destinations and touch all the souls that need this medicine. May it reach with love and harmony, and may it reach the roots of our beautiful Mother Earth. And we also give this bundle to the core of the earth, so that all that was shared today becomes a beautiful crystal emanating for all the future generations to come. Aho. Thank you. Gracias. Now the circle is closed. Happy beginning of the fall and the spring. To a great harvest, my family. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Does anyone want to say last words? Do we close? What do people want?